Alright, let's talk about something that's kind of bothered me. And I think iRacing needs to do something about it. So, here are the free tracks. This is what you get with the base content. And over the last few years, a lot of base content has been added. But it's kind of been everything on the road side and not a whole lot on the oval side. And let's take a look at this. So let's just X out the stuff because that doesn't count as a thing. That's free road that's new. That's free road. Short track. Daytona was actually taken away, and now we only get the rallycross track, I believe. Short track, road course, road course new, road course sorta new, road course new, short track. I don't know, what do we want to call that? It's a mile track, we'll just leave it. New road course, I'm not saying new to the service, but new as free content. Then we got the short track, old ass road course, short track, sorta new road course, short track, new road course, dirt road course, very old ass road course, and a brand new refreshed road course. So we've got this guy and these two for big tracks that are free base content. That's all we got, which is kind of weird when you look at everything else. Like road course wise, you don't just have a bunch of short road courses for free. You have some larger stuff and some unpopular things that got switched over, some older stuff. Now, this could be due to licensing. It could be something that they have to pay a certain amount for every person that owns this to the track. There are certain licensing fees that we have no idea about. But we've got a few issues here. And this track right here is key to all of this. This is what started me thinking about this. Chicagoland is no longer on the NIS schedule. It's no longer on a truck schedule other than random off weeks. Less and less people are using Chicagoland. So less and less people buy it. It's also probably going to be left off of the refresh because iRacing's doing current NASCAR tracks. So it's used less people own it, and it's going to look worse. And tracks like this are going to be harder and harder to get races at, even though they are easy 1.5 mile tracks. And we don't have a whole lot of free content on that side of things. So let's make this free. I know this isn't my money that I'm dealing with, and I'm telling iRacing how to spend their stuff, but this seems like a no-brainer. Chicagoland free. You also got up here Auto Club. That track no longer exists. It's a 2-mile track. We don't have a free version of that. Let's get a free Auto Club. If you're going to look for some other ways to go about this, we can just drop through all of this and take a look at Old Kentucky here, along with its cousin of Old Kentucky, no longer being used. Combine these two and put them out for free. They're going through the same thing Chicagoland is. I'd also say throw Texas and Michigan and Pocono into their tracks, kind of like you did with Daytona. Same thing with Charlotte. Get it just into one track, but that's a whole different thing. So, that is for the easy tracks that people love that are no longer on the schedule. The next thing we got to look at is the Lebanon, or whatever the hell that track is, that a bunch of people hated, never wanted to race at it. iRacing made it free. All of a sudden, A lot of people want to race there because they don't have to buy it anymore, so let's go run. Hello, Mk.II. And not only is this the case for the oval track, this is absolutely the case for the road track as well, because this track came out at a weird stage where road racing wasn't as big as it is right now in iRacing. So less people bought it. NASCAR people didn't want to run on the oval because it wasn't a NASCAR track, even though NASCAR did an exhibition race here. And so Mk.II got bought less, got put on schedules less, and it snowballed into never being used. This would be a perfect candidate for a free track that fits the large tracks that we do not have for base content. That's just my opinion. Myrtle Beach, sort of a large track. I mean, what, we're looking at a half mile, 3/4 mile, somewhere around there. What is it? I've already forgotten. Just over a half mile. It's gone. It's a great track. You could add that to the base content on the oval side. Rockingham is going to see a surge in people buying it because it's now back on the schedule. We're going to see it probably get a refresh as well. So, that one no longer needs it. Now, you can say that Chicagoland is possibly coming back, and Auto Club might turn into a short track, and yeah, there's a lot of things that NASCAR says they're going to do, but it doesn't always mean it's going to happen. It usually depends on a lot of things, including government funding, which means that it's years upon years out. Luckily, North Carolina got all that funding through, and that's why we have Wilkesboro and the Rockingham and everything getting rebuilt in that old school NASCAR area. Otherwise, you know, like Gateway, possibly a free candidate. I feel like it does get enough use, even on the IndyCar side. I think that helps that out. But overall, iRacing needs to add some free base content for larger tracks. Auto Club, Chicagoland, Kentucky, and Mk.II, those are no-brainers. Those, I think, would be perfect for doing this. But we don't know what iRacing is required with contracts and how it's all works out. There may be a reason that Mk.II has never been put free, especially when they were adding the road courses to everything for free. Maybe there's something in the contract that doesn't allow it. So, that's my thoughts. Name the tracks that you think should be free base content. Just, you know, what do you think? What do we need more free big tracks? Do you think it'll help? Do you not own Kentucky or Chicagoland because you joined in the last 3 years, and why would you buy a track that NASCAR doesn't go to? Let me know in the comments. I think it's a good idea, but again, I don't know the back end of everything on the contracts and what they have to do, and if there's a certain amount they have to pay for the licensing that is based on how many people own it. Who knows? But I think it's a good idea. I'm throwing it out there. Maybe it'll get some traction, and maybe one day we'll see a free Mk.II and many people racing at it. No, you still got to use brakes. People aren't going to race there. But maybe Auto Club, Chicagoland, and Kentucky will get free and have a ton of free content. So, just my thoughts. Thanks for watching.